Welcome to this podcast series, coming courtesy of Silver Wattle Quaker Centre, located in central New South Wales, on the edge of Weereewa, or Lake George, the largest freshwater lake in Australia. We acknowledge and give thanks for First Nations groups' care of country. We commit to its ongoing care. I'm Ann Zubrick, a member of the Silver Wattle Board. Here is Introducing Early Quakers, Episode 1, Setting the Social and Political Scene, narrated by Michael Corbett.
Imagine, if you would, that you're amongst the first 2 or 3 people in the world who came to be named Quakers. To use a phrase from Professor Brian Cox, describing when the Big Bang occurred, he said that there was only today, no yesterday. One can imagine how it was for first generation Quakers. There were no meeting houses or yearly meetings, no handbooks of practice and procedure, no newsletters or journals for us to read and study. There was also no social stability. The political environment was in chaos. From 1639 to 1653, there was a civil war between the Royalists, the Cavaliers, in the north and west of England, and the Parliamentarians, the Roundheads, in the south and eastern regions. King Charles I was executed, his son exiled, and Oliver Cromwell rose to power and became the Lord Protector of the Commonwealth and called the Great Dictator. He was also known as a Puritan, one who wanted to purify the Church of England of Roman Catholic practices. In other words, religious persecution. Added to this, there was persecution by the church and the courts against some so-called dissenters, those who had access to the Bible that was now available in English and became dissatisfied with the teachings of the church. What was in the sermons by the priests did not match up with what was in the Bible. Many early Quakers were very Bible-centered. This led them on a road that would clash with the authorities. The Bible did not say anything about churches, cathedral, clergy, popes, or consecrated land, any fixed form of service and hymns, etc. But it does say, for when 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am there among you. Matthew 18, verse 20. This means in a field, in a barn, in a house, and with so many early friends, in prison, anywhere but a church. It was not a good time to be a free thinker or a seeker. You were ostracized by the church if you didn't attend services regularly. You were expected to support the church by tithing your donations and could be hauled before the court for non-compliance. This led them to quote from the Bible, the very book they were asked to swear on, which landed them on in more trouble. Early friends knew that the Bible said not to swear an oath. In Matthew 5, verse 33, it reads, "You are not to swear at all. Plain yes or no is all you need." And in James 5, verse 12, "Do not use oaths. When you say yes or no, let it be a plain yes or no." George Fox writes, "They gave me a book to swear on, and the book saith, swear not at all." Many early friends were jailed simply because they preached, which was called blasphemy, and, when charged, declined to swear an oath, which led straight to prison. Hundreds of friends were jailed for their beliefs in the harshest of conditions. So, what did early generation Quakers have? I am convinced they had a deep spiritual awakening. They had no one they could ask. What they did was to turn inward, wait, pray, and seek out the experience of the divine. That what we call the inner voice that comes to us. They hearkened to the inward light and truth. George Fox had his light bulb moment in 1647 after wandering around parts of mid-England for a few years, facing an inner struggle over what was in the Bible and how the priests were behaving and preaching. George was on the top of Pendle Hill in Lancashire when he received a revelation that there is one, even Christ Jesus, who can speak to thy condition, and became convinced that anyone could have a direct experience of Christ without the aid of the clergy, our church. He believed that, Lord, let me see in what places he had a great people to be gathered. Many friends believed that they experienced the voice of God, guiding them, leading them on to forming what is now called the Religious Society of Friends, Quakers. William Penn wrote, "They were changed men and women before they went out to change others."
We hope these stories inspire and inform you. You can explore more about Silver Wattle's retreats and learning opportunities, both in person and online, at silverwattle.org.au.